Welcome to City Times. Here we bring you transfer news, match updates, and inside training information fast and reliable. Join our football family and like, comment, share and subscribe for daily updates. Erling Haaland and Rodri reaction sums up Manchester City in amazing Liverpool win. Manchester City played well against Liverpool FC, fell behind and then came back to win it in injury time to keep their Premier League title hopes alive. Manchester City are still in the title race. Even more amazingly, they have won a game of sometimes in football you do not get what you deserve, and Pep Guardiola will feel like plenty has gone against him at Anfield over the course of 10 visits in his 10 years. When Dominik Szoboszlai slapped in a free kick off the post with 20 minutes to go to undo all of the good work from City on Sunday afternoon, he will have been ready to rehearse the same tired old script. Except City had showed they had something different about them all afternoon, and so they refused to accept the narrative. Erling Haaland leapt highest for Bernardo Silva to score with 5 minutes to go, and then when Matheus Nunes was bundled over by Alisson Becker in injury time up, stepped Haaland to score a penalty and win the game. How sweet for those fans in the away end, who will have to have been following the team for 23 years to see their team win at Anfield before this. Haaland thought it was worth taking his shirt off to get booked in celebration, and nobody would begrudge him. Even then it wasn't over, with Gianluigi Donnarumma diving to his right in the 98th minute, and Mark Guehi beating Alisson in the air in the 99th to set up Ryan Cherki for a goal that should have made it 3-1 before it was stupidly ruled out. From down and out to alive and kicking. And the best part of it all was that City deserved this. This may not have been the titanic tussles of old. The two still went at each other, but with the power of teams who are likely to get about 30 fewer points between them than they were at the height of their Premier League rivalry. Nevertheless, from a City point of view, it was good to see an attacking team play on the front foot and take the game to Liverpool to push at the uncertainty of the defending champions. Sometimes it is important to remember where a team has been, and while better City teams have come to Anfield and lost on their way to winning Premier League titles, this team put in a performance as good as what most in the away end, who haven't seen a victory here since 2003, will have experienced on their usually miserable trips across the M62. It was certainly miles better than what they produced in the dark days of last season, when a 2-0 defeat was incredibly generous on them, and for that matter, a significant improvement on most of what has been seen in 2026. They may not have scored in a first half where they suffocated Liverpool, but they did everything but. Whether it is good enough to win the league this season or not, it was the performance of a team. Donnarumma punched one set piece away in the first half, and when his second punch only fell at the feet of Mohamed Salah, Haaland and Rodri charged into the net to ensure the ball did not drop in. These things may not win games on their own, but they show the mood and the vibe of a team. Guardiola has insisted throughout this season that they have been good among his young team, and here was more evidence of a side growing into themselves. They may not catch Arsenal, but they are becoming one hell of a football team again, and they are still in there fighting. Antoine Semeno has Erling Haaland aim as Man City ambition clear. Antoine Semeno has scored 4 goals already since joining Manchester City, and is determined to take his game to the next level at the Etihad under Pep Guardiola. Antoine Semeno believes he can match Erling Haaland's sensational scoring impact with the Manchester City. New boy pledges confident his game will improve further at the Etihad. The 26-year-old has 4 goals for the Blues already, taking him to 14 for the campaign in all competitions. Haaland and Brentford's Igor Thiago are the only 2 players to have netted more in the Premier League this term, and Semeno is relishing being judged alongside new teammate Haaland. The Norwegian powerhouse has plundered more than 150 goals for City since arriving in the summer of 2022, setting a hatful of records along the way. But he has just 1 goal in his last 8 appearances and hasn't netted from open play in the league since December 20th. Haaland was rested for the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Newcastle United in midweek, coming on for the final half hour. His replacement Omar Marmoush scored twice as City booked a Wembley date with Arsenal next month, and the Egyptian is starting to stake a claim for a more regular role. But Pep Guardiola labelled Haaland as the best striker in the world ahead of Sunday's Premier League clash at Liverpool, and it seems highly likely the 25-year-old returns to the 11. Semeno is also set to start, and the former Bournemouth forward is relishing the pressure of shouldering some of the goal-scoring burden for City. I have expectations for myself, so coming here I knew there was going to be that pressure of scoring the same goals as Erling, he said. But I feel like I've given myself those goals at the start of the season to compete with players of his stature. It's goal-scoring something that is in my blood and my DNA, and I just want to keep going. Being on the same team as him is a blessing. Everyone has been welcoming. It's a great environment to be around. We feel welcome, comfortable, and we can just be ourselves. It's being in a champion environment, playing with the best players in the world and being coached by one of the best coaches in the world. It's only going to take my game to the next level City travel to Anfield on Sunday for a mouth-watering clash against Arne Slot's side. The pair have won the past 8 Premier League titles between them, and while both are trailing in Arsenal's wake at the moment, the fixture is still a highlight of the campaign. As an outsider before joining here, it was always entertaining watching City and Liverpool, added Semeno. To be part of it, I'm so grateful, but it's going to be a challenge. We're prepared for it and we'll be fired up for it on the day. I'm looking forward to the game. Man City leaves summer signing out in 4 changes to Champions League squad. Manchester City have named their squad for the knockout rounds of the Champions League following the January transfer window. Manchester City have added Antoine Semeno and Marc Guehi to their squad for the Champions League knockout phases, but have been unable to include summer signing Sfera Nipan. Oscar Bob and Stefan Ortega have been removed following their moves to Fulham and Nottingham Forest, respectively. Bob's departure means that City have just 2 players that count as homegrown in their squad out of a possible 4, meaning that they can only have a maximum squad of 23. Semeno and Guehi both qualify as association-trained players, but City already have 3 of those in Nathan Ake, John Stones and Marcus Bettinelli, so there is only 1 spot available. That means that the other player has been included as one of City's 17 players that they are allowed on List A. Ortega was on this list, but his removal